Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Week Deep Dive, covering market moves in indexes, sectors, stocks, and global markets for the week ending Friday, September 19th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. Key indexes all reached new all-time highs this week. The Nasdaq Composite Index led gains, climbing 490 points to 22,631. The Russell 2000 Index extended its winning streak to 7 consecutive weeks, while the S&P 500 Index closed at 6,664. Market breadth shows strength in small caps, with the Russell 2000 seeing more than twice as many weekly advances as declines. The Nasdaq Composite also showed robust participation with 2,099 advances versus 1,079 declines. Looking at returns, technology stocks led the way, with the Nasdaq Composite posting a 2.2% weekly gain and a 5.5% return month-to-date. The S&P 500 and Russell 2000 both delivered solid weekly gains above 2%. Long-term performance remains impressive. The Nasdaq Composite shows the strongest 10-year annual return at 16.7%, while the S&P 500 maintains a solid 13% annual rate over the same period.
Checking out best and worst performing equities, I'm Penny Stock. Leading the pack, AGM Group surged over 340% to 10.34. Turbo Energy hit a new high at 8.70, showing very strong upward momentum with a 237% gain. Helios Medical jumped 219% to 24.13. Weekly returns show exceptional performance. AGM Group posted a 343% weekly return, with average daily gains of 72%. Turbo Energy delivered 237% for the week, averaging 66% daily. Year-to-date, Turbo Energy leads with a 302% return. Long-term performance shows mixed results. CheckCap maintains positive momentum with a 31% one-year return. However, Helios Medical shows significant decline over 3 years, down 99%. Turbo Energy leads with a 544% annual return. In large caps, Intel leads with a 22.8% gain, hitting a new one-year high at 29.58. Synopsys jumped 16.4% to 495.50. CrowdStrike showed strong momentum, rising 15.2% with notable volatility. Weekly performance highlights Intel with a 22.8% return, averaging 4.6% daily gains. CrowdStrike maintains strong momentum, up 18.6% month-to-date. Seagate Technology shows consistent growth with a 156% year-to-date return. Long-term returns reveal Seagate up 112% over 1 year. Synopsys demonstrates strong 10-year performance with 946% total return. Applied Materials shows impressive decade-long growth of 1,093%. Among decliners, aTyr Pharma hit a new all-time low at 0.99, down 83.5%. Bionanogenomics fell 53.8% to 1.79, also reaching new lows. Longevity Health dropped 53.2%, marking its 4th consecutive weekly decline. Weekly performance shows aTyr Pharma down 83.5%, averaging minus 16.9% daily. Bionanogenomics declined 53.8% for the week. Year-to-date, Asset Entities stands out with a 776% gain, despite this week's decline. Leading the declines this week, aTyr Pharma plummeted 83.5% to hit a new all-time low of 99 cents. Bionanogenomics and Longevity Health both dropped over 53%, with strong downward trends and new record lows. Kindly MD fell nearly 50% after 5 consecutive down weeks. Among large caps, FactSet Research Systems led losses, tumbling 20% to hit a new 52-week low at 289.15. Darden Restaurants and Builders First Source both declined about 13%. Dexcom showed high volatility, dropping 11.5%. Weekly performance metrics show FactSet leading declines with a 20% drop and significantly negative daily returns. Darden and Builders First Source both saw average daily losses exceeding 2.7% for the week. Year-to-date, Dexcom and Builders First Source are both down over 13%. Looking at longer-term returns, FactSet and Builders First Source both show one-year losses around 38%. Humana has declined 20% over 3 years, while Dexcom has fallen 23% during the same period. Despite recent weakness, 10-year returns remain positive for most.
And now on to U.S. sector performance, where communication services leads with a 3.3% gain to 438.54, hitting a new record high. Technology follows with a 2% advance, while consumer cyclical rose 1.4%. All 5 top sectors show very strong positive trends. Market breadth is notably positive across these sectors. Technology shows particularly strong participation, with 523 advancing stocks versus 177 declining. Financial services also displays robust breadth, with advancers outpacing decliners by more than 3 to 1. Looking at returns, communication services stands out with a month-to-date gain of 9.5%. Technology follows with a 5.4% month-to-date return, while consumer cyclical has advanced 4.4% over the same period. Over the longer term, technology shows remarkable strength with a 10-year annual return rate of 23.4%. Consumer cyclical and communication services both delivered approximately 12% annual returns over the same period.
Communication services stocks showed remarkable strength this week. Alphabet led the group, climbing 5.7% to 254.72, marking its 7th consecutive weekly gain and a new all-time high. News also hit a record high at 30.62, while Fox, Netflix, and Meta platforms all demonstrated strong upward momentum. Looking at recent performance metrics, Alphabet stands out with nearly 20% gains month-to-date and 34.5% year-to-date. Netflix has also shown impressive momentum, up 37.6% this year. Meta Platforms continues its strong run with a 32.9% gain year-to-date. Long-term returns highlight Netflix's exceptional performance, with a 10-year return of 1,095%. Alphabet and Meta Platforms have also delivered strong decade-long results, with returns of 670% and 724% respectively. News shows more modest long-term gains at 137%.
The weakest sectors this week showed notable declines. Real estate led the downturn, falling 3.78 points to 261.33. Consumer defensive followed with an 11.56-point drop to 877.34, marking its 2nd consecutive weekly decline. Basic materials and healthcare both showed sideways movement despite modest losses. Market breadth data reveals mixed signals. Real estate showed strength in daily advances, with 167 versus 69 declines, yet weekly and monthly trends remain negative. Healthcare maintained positive breadth with 594 advances against 433 declines. Utilities showed weakness with more declines than advances across daily and weekly metrics. Looking at returns, real estate posted the largest weekly decline at -1.4%, while maintaining a positive year-to-date return of 2.1%. Consumer defensive fell 1.3% for the week, but holds a 2.7% gain year-to-date. Basic materials shows the strongest year-to-date performance at 8.9%. In long-term performance, basic materials leads with a 10-year annual return rate of 8.1%. Utilities and healthcare follow with 7.2% and 6.9% respectively. Real estate shows the lowest 10-year annual return at 4%.
Real estate stocks showed significant weakness this week. VT properties fell for 3 straight weeks amid strong downward volatility. Weyerhaeuser hit a new one-year low, dropping 3.2%. Extra space storage led declines, falling 5.3%. Looking at weekly returns, extra space storage showed the steepest decline at -5.3%, with a notably weak daily average return of -1.08%. Public storage and VC properties both recorded month-to-date losses exceeding 5%. Long-term performance metrics reveal challenges. Weyerhaeuser shows negative returns across all timeframes, down 28% over 1 year. Only Ventas maintained positive performance, with a 41% gain over 3 years, translating to a 12.2% annual rate of return.
Thanks for watching. I'm Max Profit, along with my AI co-host Penny Stock. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.